Walk through the remnants of a medieval village or an old timber hall, and you'll notice something astonishing. Beams, posts and joists that were set in place over 500 years ago remain remarkably intact. Compare that to modern wood in similar outdoor conditions, which often rots or warps within a decade. The secret wasn't expensive chemicals or exotic coatings. It was a combination of preparation, treatment and design that made the wood practically immortal. For backyard builders, homesteaders and DIY enthusiasts, understanding and applying these ancient techniques can transform the durability of fences, sheds, decks and outdoor furniture, ensuring they last for decades or even generations. Modern DIY builders can replicate this by soaking post beams or raised garden bed frames before slow drying. Even a few weeks of soaking creates a natural chemical-free resistance that protects wood for decades. After soaking, timber was dried slowly under cover with good airflow. This allowed fibres to compress evenly, increasing density and toughness while minimizing cracks. Rapid kiln drying, common today, stresses wood and leaves it prone to decay when exposed to wet-dry cycles. In backyard applications, stacking lumber with spacers, protecting it from rain and allowing it to air dry gradually achieves the same effect. Patience at this stage results in timber that lasts far longer than fast-dried alternatives. Medieval builders often applied light charring or, controlled heat to timber surfaces. This killed surface fungi, hardened fibres and reduced water absorption. Wood was then coated with pine tar, oils, tallow or wax, which penetrated deeply and repelled moisture. Unlike modern sealants that just sit on the surface, these treatments worked with the wood, allowing it to expand and contract naturally. For backyard use, lightly torching the surface, brushing away loose carbon, and applying warm oil or pine tar creates a protective layer that can be renewed over time, ensuring long-lasting performance. Medieval buildings were carefully designed to shed water. Steep roofs, generous overhangs, beveled joints, and elevated posts prevented water from pooling. Airflow around timber allowed it to dry between rains, reducing the conditions necessary for rot. Backyard builders can apply these principles by raising posts on stones, sloping surfaces, and leaving space for airflow around outdoor structures. Proper design works hand in hand with treatment to prevent decay. Finally, medieval timber longevity depended on regular maintenance. Surfaces were re-oiled or re-tarred, minor damage was repaired promptly, and the wood was inspected routinely. This proactive approach prevented small problems from becoming structural failures. In modern backyard projects, scheduled inspections, minor repairs, and periodic retreatment of surfaces ensure your timber remains strong and rot-resistant for decades. The medieval approach to timber shows that true durability comes from preparation, treatment, design, and maintenance, not expensive chemical coatings. Selecting the right wood, soaking, slow drying, surface treatment, thoughtful design, and ongoing care work together to create timber that can survive generations. Backyard builders, homesteaders, and survivalists can apply these principles with local materials and simple tools, transforming ordinary wood into structures that endure far beyond conventional expectations. If you found this guide valuable and want to start building backyard projects that last like medieval timber, subscribe to Backyard Wisdom, share it with fellow DIY enthusiasts and history buffs, and preserve centuries of practical knowledge for generations to come.